endless ramp grinding.
Sucks.
Amazing, isn't it?
Wow. That was my Jeremy Clarkson impression.
I want to see, oh wait, I can't see.
It's in the Mumble. Alright, file sizes on this thing. I figured Mario Kart 8 Deluxe wasn't going to be as big as a DVD. And Dragon Quest Heroes 1.2 is 2 games, so yeah, I expect that. Something, something, no, something, 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 something. I have no idea what that is. So the smallest game on here is Puyo Puyo Tetris.
I'm sure I'll be getting that because I'm a sucker for Tetris.
Well, it's kind of weird, but that's okay. It's kind of weird the way they set it up, but it's okay. It's smaller than Snipper Clips, which I think is funny. I still want to get my hands on Super Bomberman R. Hopefully Dragon Quest Heroes 1.2 will come out here in the States.
By the way, did you hear how big that game's gonna be?
I've just, what, Breath of the, what, Super Bomberman R? I'm looking at the file sizes right now. I mean, I know how big Zelda is. So.
32 gigs for Heroes 1 and 2.
Well, again, that's 2 games. That's 2 games. I totally expect that. The first game was on a fucking Blu-ray. So I totally expect that. And there may be some crossover between the two as well. The only thing that sucks is that I'd have to start over in 1 if there's any crossover between 1 and 2 on the Switch. And I've already leveled up a bunch of people to fucking 99 in the PS4 version. But I do hope that comes out here. That would be good. I would like that. By the way, does anybody have the ultimate version of Injustice on the PS4?
I don't have a PS4.
Me neither.
Although I do have a PS4 pad. And I'm preparing to bling the ever-loving shit out of it.
Because I need to find out how the online is.
I wonder how many in-game days I've been doing just this.
Any losers. Now that the dog is out for his walk. Does anybody have Injustice on the Wii U? I doubt it. I doubt it.
I don't. Although I was tempted to buy it once.
Yeah, well, that's because I have a physical copy on the Wii U, and I have it digitally, the Ultimate Edition digitally on the PS4. And I'll probably get it physically also, just so that way I have the box to show. But I do want to showcase the difference, because as it turns out, not all of the... Although I do need to find out on the PS3... Well, I guess I could find out right now through the store, couldn't I? If Injustice has, okay, alright, so that's there, but, okay. So that's missing, and... That's odd. Okay. So that's there. Okay. So I have to do that. Oh no, I have to take that out too. So I have to do that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Okay, 5 and 6. Okay, so all of them are available on the PS3. I wish there was a way to check the Wii U store.
Man, can the bike fly. Yeah, it started to look like the bike wasn't going to get upgraded any further, so I just kept going. I'm now heading towards Seattle.
Okay, so the Wii U version, which is odd, is still missing 2 characters.
I love my new monitor.
Yes, we know. Have you made stains on it yet?
No, I'm trying to avoid any kind of staining from now on. I want to keep this thing clean. Oh, by the way, what do you think about DDP?
Yay!
Finally.
That was nuts.
Honestly, I really wish they would put in Ivan Koloff. It sucks that he's dead now, but I wish they would put in Ivan. We'll be talking. I'm sure we'll be talking about that on the show on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, we will.
Wait, I thought you do Tuesday.
Wednesday.
That's Wednesday. It's just Wednesday nights.
The only thing I have to say is this. What?
Jeez, there was a lot of death this week in wrestling.
Seriously, I think I think the wrestling world is gonna be hitting a lot of them this year. Oh gosh.
Wow. Well, I watched.
How many? What's the total rate for this year alone?
Well, let's see here. George Steele, Ivan Koloff, Nicole Bass. Vader
definitely this year.
Maybe we don't know if that's gonna. I'm just talking about what's current. So that's 3. Was there? Who died in January? Did anybody die in January? Oh, Chavo, fucking Chavo Senior.
Yes, Chavo. I'm looking at wrestling deaths.
Wrestling deaths in 2017.
Yes, it is gruesome to say that. Let's see. We have Chavo, Nicole, Snuka.
That's right, Jimmy Snuka.
Let's see. Timothy Well.
That's right. I totally forgot about. I forgot that I know where he's from.
Wait, who was Timothy Well again?
Timothy Well was part of a really bad team called Well Done.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I kid you not, the other guy's name I think was Stephen Dunn, D-U-N-N.
Yep.
No relation to Kevin?
I don't think so. I didn't see the same Bucky Beaver teeth.
I'm just sitting here thinking of the pun and going, that's probably a bad joke because that's a level of cookery most people don't want.
That's wrestling. What do you expect?
Also, here's the funny thing. His real name is Steve Dahl.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's only been 6 deaths. Unfortunately, the
that puts it at an average of 3 a month.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the 6th one. Unfortunately, the other one they put on here is Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah, I don't know why she's there. I think she's shown up a few times, but
she was a celebrity set at ringside at WrestleMania 6.
Yeah. So we don't really care about that, but Chavo Senior and.
It's kind of sad that another Guerrero is gone like that. You just go.
Yeah, but this at least this one made sense. You know, it's not like Eddie when he died. I mean, if Chavo Jr. died, that would have been like whoa. But I don't think Chavo Jr. is anywhere near that part now. But Ivan, I hope Ivan gets in. I really hope Ivan gets in. And fuck, if Ivan gets in, I want Nikita in there. I think Nikita is just as deserving as Ivan was. And fucking get Magnum TA in there. Shit.
Good for you. Your Wrestling Hall of Fame dreams. Beep, bup, 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 bup. Dude, that Mario Galaxy episode was hilarious.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it starts off
What?
with him
What the
clear-
fuck? What the fuck is that? You know, it's like,
The episode first starts off with thinking that the gravity of the tiny planets were going to be a problem, then realizing it's actually worse because they have tiny black holes that could leak radiation, and cause a whole
don't
bunch
give
of
it
problems.
away. Give it away, shit.
And I just like his head in the end, and his crazy friend at the end, and he decides to say, or maybe it's just the opiates.
Or maybe just be the opioids talking.
Oh, by the way, did you see Bailey's new side plates?
I have not.
Give me a second. There's her side plates.
Oh, it's a Ms. Happy Huggles.
So he sold a character from one of those books. I can't remember what the series is called.
What?
She's always had that for a while, but yeah, that's good for her. Good for her.
And in fact, it has the side ponytail.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah.
But yeah, she has a Huggles.
Good
Also,
for her.
Naomi's. I'm looking at the pictures of Naomi's plates 'cause I didn't see them before. They do not light up. Hallelujah.
Well, I don't think she's already lit as it is. She doesn't need to be. She doesn't need to add more shit to it. That would require adding a battery pack, and I don't think they really want to add battery packs to the plates. Although they could probably just as easily fit some if they wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, for anything, the plate, all the battery would just basically be like, a little button battery.
Yeah, it's just a little CR2032 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's just for lights, so it's not a big deal. But then you'd have to add a switch to that, and it's just like, eh. And really, if you really wanted to do something like that, you'd have to make a custom belt just for her to make the whole belt light up. And
Oh, could you imagine the entire belt lighting up, like just the W lighting? It's like, oh gosh.
God. We already had that happen once before. We already had something special like that happen once before. You know what it was called?
The spinner.
John Cena.
Yes, the spinner belt. Oh
I hated
gosh.
that belt. I hated that belt.
How long did that belt stay around for?
Almost 10 years, I want to say.
I gotta go check on the pro wrestling belt just because.
Even longer than the first spinner, the U.S. title.
Yep.
It just
8
became
years.
known as the bling belt.
Now they stopped making it spin after a while, but
Yeah, there's like a screw to hold it in place, right?
yeah, it's just a pivot point is all it is.
Ooh, snowy.
Yeah.
Does it gain ice physics?
There are some portions where it's like ice. It's mostly cosmetic, though.
Ah. Brr.
By the way, where exactly on the map am I now? Let me check.
Well, once you finish the line, let's see where you are.
Let's see. Glacier Park, Ivory Springs, Burgess Pass, St. Julian Peak, Oh, Yellowstone. Not too far off.
You got the gold.
Yes, I did.
So Injustice on Wii U is still incomplete because it's missing 2 characters. Surprisingly enough, one of them is not Scorpion. Somehow Scorpion made it, but not Martian Manhunter or Zatanna. Okay.
In the Wii version?
Wii U version.
So 2 characters in the other version get ignored, which are official DC characters, but a
Mortal Kombat character made the cut. Yes.
I'm just trying to figure out what was Nintendo's logic for this, because it has to be Nintendo's fault.
No, I think... See, here's the thing. The Ultimate Editions of the game only came out after a certain point. They're on the Ultimate Editions are on the PS3, Xbox 360, PS4, and Xbox One. I think Warner Brothers stopped supporting the Wii U before those Ultimate Editions came out.
Oh, wait. Isn't Injustice on the PC as well?
Yeah, the Ultimate Edition's on PC, so it doesn't matter. I don't think the I don't think the regular Injustice game was on PC at one point, but the Ultimate Edition is, and so that has everything in it.
Yeah, I haven't played many fighting games just because I just never got around to it, so I don't know how well I would do at any of them.
It's simpler. I played the Wii U version just for a little bit, just to see if certain things, because I want the screenshot that says Injustice Gods Among Us, but I don't want it to say Ultimate Edition on there. So so that's the other reason why I have the Wii U version, so I have that screen. And so I'm happy with that.
Why didn't you want to say Ultimate if you were basically reviewing the entire thing, period?
Because I don't want that thing that's sitting there.
Bray Wyatt's face holding that belt. Dude.
Oh, I'm sure he's happier than horse shit on a pasture right now.
Have you seen his picture?
Which one? I've seen a bunch of them.
The one him holding the belt. Like the one they use for like promotional, but like the one they use for promotion.
What, the one with the giant ass shit-eating grin?
Yep. Like it just shows him like he's happy as hell. He's like, I got the title.
Well, I mean, at least he joins, his uncle.
You
Barry,
only got
right?
from.
His uncle is Barry, right? His father isn't Barry. His father's Mike, right? Mike Rotunda.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, his uncle Barry and being a world champion and holding the belt.
Yeah, he's holding the belt. Everyone's like, oh, the Universal's like, no. The WWE Championship is the one that everyone wants to get. Because that's the one that
it's gonna take a while before the Universal title gets any prestige.
Yeah, because this has prestige from 1963.
Yep, Buddy Rogers. And better that version of Buddy than Buddy Landell.
And that's the thing, though. I look at all these title designs that they have for it. Hot damn!
Oh yeah. Hogan had like 3 or 4 fucking designs of the belt.
Good. Okay.
Even Stone Cold one.
Alright, people, if
Stone
you're
Cold
watching,
had like
doesn't
3,
understand
I
wrestling.
think. What? What about it? What? Say again?
I was just saying to those people probably watching the stream, I'm sorry if you don't understand anything about the wrestling you two are yammering about.
I have a feeling
okay,
everybody watching the stream understands wrestling.
Okay.
Because most of the people who are watching the stream Or LKM.
You know what's actually really funny about the title? Here's the funny part about the whole thing that I'm seeing people like
Which title?
The world champion, like the WWE Championship title.
Yeah.
It still says World Heavyweight Championship on the bottom.
Because it is the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
It's
more like one of those. They don't want to
WWF.
spend. They don't want to spend money on getting a new ring around it. They're like, fuck it, keep it.
Well, yeah, because the only thing that they would probably change on it is the background to make it blue, but I wouldn't do that anyway. Just keep it black and be done with it.
I would be surprised if there's people in the back there telling Vince, like, we should make it blue. They're like, no. The reason why we don't want to make it blue because this thing actually has lineage to it.
Well, I still remember when the Ultimate Warrior had multicolored belts.
Yeah, the yellow one.
The yellow, he had the yellow Intercontinental belt. He had a white,
blue.
He had a white one and a sky blue world title.
Yeah, the sky blue one.
Sky
Oh gosh.
blue.
Didn't he have a pink one at one point?
Say again?
Didn't he have a pink one at one point?
No.
I don't think so.
No, he didn't.
Thank God.
He did have a silver title there was a silver title only worn by Hogan.
Sounds about right.
I wonder what they do with old belts.
They hang up on the wall in Triple H's office.
Depends on the belt. Depends on the belt. Because
the Smoky Skull belt is at Steve Austin's house.
Yeah, and The Rock has every single version of his belt, of every belt that he's ever gotten in a trophy case in his home.
Minus the one that actually got thrown in the river.
I wouldn't be surprised if they get to keep the side plates with them just in case they ever want to keep. They just want to keep them.
I think they get to keep the whole belt. I mean, it's like, for instance, I don't know if you've seen a picture of Misha Tate, because with her with the Strike Force and the UFC belts. Because she has both of those title belts, even though she's no longer the champion. Hell, she doesn't even fight anymore, which is a disappointment. But you know, she knows when she wants to retire. But oh, it was funny. I was reading something the other day. I found another one of those clickbaity titles, referring to MMA, and apparently, allegedly, Ronda Rousey has heat with Paige Van Zandt.
Why?
And it's over. Apparently, it's over the most ridiculous thing that I've ever heard of. Because it used to be, you know, they used to not like get along, but you know, be like hi, bye, and passing. But Van Zandt congratulated Holly Holm on her win over Ronda Rousey. And apparently Rousey took that personally.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so either everything she's doing is a work, or she's more fucked in the head than we thought.
This is Ronda Rousey.
Just not lost.
Say again?
She could have, I don't know, not lost.
Well, the first time she at last lasted 2 rounds. The second time she only lasted 48 seconds.
Yep. At least that CM Punk could say, hey, at least it lasted 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Well, Punk. That was his first fight, also. I mean, that was his first fight. So, and
well, there
especially
was also
considering
Goldberg. There was Brock Lesnar Goldberg, which lasted less than 90 seconds.
You know, I don't really care about Lesnar Goldberg. You know, that's also a work. It's also a work.
Of course, yeah.
But you know, it's like, it's funny because apparently, I guess she's out creating heat or something, because I saw something else about Van Zandt going, look, if you saying to Rousey, look, if she wants to drop 20 pounds or 10 pounds and fight at 125, I'll do it. That would be funny. That would be funny. I just honestly hope that Rousey doesn't end up dead. I really hope that she gets her head together, because she needs it. She really needs to get her head together.
Oh yeah.
Whether she fights or not, I don't care if she fights or not. But you know, if she takes that kind of stuff that personally, then she has no idea how combat sports work anymore.
No, I mean,
in fact, that was one thing I kind of thought of myself. People going nuts over winning and losing and being pissy about things. I think everybody in the world needs to learn a combat sport, even if it's just for a year.
I know I've done that.
You know why? You know why I say that?
Why?
It'll teach people how to lose.
Ah.
And if you always win in one sport, in one combat sport, you need to try another. Because I don't care how good you are. When you're learning the sport, you're gonna get fucked sooner or later. And you need to learn how to lose.
Yeah,
and it's a
bitter
pill to swallow. It sucks.
Yeah, humility is a good thing.
Yeah.
And some people don't see that. They think, oh, losing is bad. No, sometimes losing can be a good sense of humility, especially for someone like her. She should learn that her first loss like that should be a sense of humility, not the end of the world.
Look at George St. Pierre, who finally confirmed that he's back. Look at GSP. He's had, what, 2 major losses in the UFC? Hell, in his entire MMA career, he's had 2 major losses. What did he do?
Kept going.
He came back and got his revenge. He beat both the guys that beat him. He beat Matt Hughes and Matt Serra.
Oh, how bad are we talking?
I don't remember how bad it was, but he did beat both of them.
But yeah, as Yoro Sensei once said, defeat can be more instructive than victory.
If you want more instruction than victory, take up jiu-jitsu. You will fucking lose.
I am quoting the sensei who taught Bruce Wayne how to fight.
Yes. Oh God. And in the words of Bruce Wayne, jiu-jitsu is no joke. It takes years to master. Whoa! For those of us that have seen Mask of the Phantasm.
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
Very good movie.
Very good Batman movie.
I need to write this thing. Then I need to talk, and then I need to start editing. Why do I keep wanting to say Battle Royale? It's a... Fuck, what's the technical term when you go through like a tower and you have to go through all the levels in order to beat it? And you can't...
Boss rush?
I know what you're talking about.
Gauntlet sounds kind of right. There's another term for it.
I know what you're thinking of, but...
Now, don't make a mess on your monitor.
No, I'm not like another guy I've seen on
Endurance
YouTube.
I mean, if I could get 2 Acer Predators, I'd be happy, but I am not spending $1,200 on that kind of a setup.
Yeah, but again, it was only $600, and I got this at Costco.
I like I said, $1,200. I need 2.
I have to, and I'm using my old BenQ as my top one.
Yeah, I know, but I need to have both. But I want to have both being the same. I'm nuts. I know.
Also, I found out my issue I have with my monitors before. Apparently, there is the ports on the back of the GPU that don't number to say which one's the first one and which one's the second one. Yeah, stupid.
That's okay. At least the monitors that are coming in for me are 144 hertz, so...
Yeah, my Acer can go to 165, but I'm like, yeah, I'll stick it at 144. Plus, the reason why it costs so much for my Predator, it has G-Sync.
Yeah, it has G-Sync on it. Yeah, that's nuts.
And that's the reason why it costs a lot of money, is because it's a $200 module.
Yeah, it's the module itself to make it work a little better, make it work even funnier with NVIDIA cards, and FreeSync, which is the AMD version, is a little cheaper, but not by much.
It's basically it's because it's the open source one.
Yeah, but I'm going to start gauging a few things. I'm going to start gauging. It's kind of funny because everything that Nintendo has done in terms of using certain types of GPUs have sort of been on the dot, if you think about it. Because they were the first ones. Well, remember, they were the first ones to use ATI chips in the GameCube. I think the only misstep that they made was going with Silicon Graphics. That was that was a bit much. But
yeah, Silicon Graphics for the N64. Oh gosh, why?
But but when the Xbox came out using NVIDIA, that was still when NVIDIA was going, let's just make a chip and put as much power into it as we possibly can. Whereas ATI at the time was kind of like, well, let's see what we can do to get the same result with you know, a little less power consumption and
different instructions
and things like that. And they've been on the ball since. I mean, they use the exact same chip in the Wii, and I'm sure they used a variant of it in the Wii U, because I think that was still powered by an ATI chip or an AMD chip at that point.
Yeah, I went AMD chip by that point.
So, because at that point in time, Xbox went AMD and PlayStation went NVIDIA, but at the same time, they were still going nuts about just putting as much power as they could into it. And the RSX was a power hog and a heatsink. A heat is such a big heat producer that, you know, it fucked over the solder points on the on its own chip. So I find it interesting that on this console run, Nintendo was going with NVIDIA, and I think NVIDIA has learned since the PS3, because obviously, you know, with the Shield and a lot of the stuff in their foray into mobile graphics processing, they've certainly figured out something. I think Nintendo sees something that neither Microsoft or Sony see at the moment, because at this point, oh, that was bad running into... There's not even crash physics.
Here's the funny part, though, is that I actually was watching something about the fact that Sony does have a Switch-like patent in the patent office. Unfortunately, some people think, oh, it's very recent. It's from 2015.
So in other words, a possible upgrade for the Vita or some shit like that.
Possibly. It doesn't say exactly what it is. It just shows the design.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been something that they could have thought of with the Switch. I mean, for all we know, it could have been basically the same, except it's not. It's
not modular.
Hold on, let me go see what it was here.
Although apparently with the teardown of the Switch that we've seen so far, I guess the alleged don't say the alleged one, the alleged teardown.
What do you mean the alleged teardown?
Well, someone apparently found a Switch and then took it apart and then I guess put it back together and sent it back to Nintendo or some shit like that because apparently it was stolen.
It was that one was a. He didn't tear it down. He just took it. He just basically did unboxing. But also kind of funny that the other unboxing would be like, "No, they took our thunder." No. What happened was that it was actually from a Chinese site that someone took the inside.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
It's from a Chinese site. So in other words, we don't know. I mean, it looked kind of interesting. I mean, it looks too good to be a fake, but we have to wait and see more because it looked like it's from a cell phone camera. And to be honest, I'd rather wait to see the real teardowns.
Well, yeah, we'll wait to see the real teardowns, but I get the feeling they're probably going to be spot on. They've been pretty spot on as of late with this thing. And the fact that the chip is smaller, the fact that, or rather, not the fact, the look of the chip that they're using. Although we'll find out once we find out what the dies look like.
That's why I wait for iFixit because they're going to be going to that point. They're going to be.
Oh yeah. March 3rd comes out. I guarantee you that thing's going to be in pieces.
Yeah, they're going to show you how to rebuild it.
Each person is going to have 5. There's going to be however many switches for each person in there, and there's going to be one more that's going to be in pieces come 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's just going to be all over the floor.
Oh yeah, the thing is, will it be easy to take apart? I say no. I'd say that's not going to be easy to take apart because this is Nintendo. They like to make it difficult.
I don't know.
Well, of course, they're not Apple.
No, Apple likes to make things that you have to have a fingerprint in order to be able to take it apart.
Because Apple is such a paranoid fool and say, no, we can't.
No. He's dead. He's dead. You don't need to worry about him anymore.
Apple, the company, is still not dead.
No, I'm talking about Steve Jobs. He's dead. He's the paranoid guy. Everyone else is fine. Steve Jobs was paranoid.
Okay, but they're still acting like the company as a whole still acts like a paranoid fool going, no, we do not want them to be able to open it and take a look inside.
Well, that's pretty normal. But at the same time, now they're finding ways to get inside the system without taking it apart. So, I guess there are people that
it's USB powered. Oh, watch what they can do.
That between the USB-C port that I'm glad that they used. Now this was kind of an odd thing that I saw, and this is something that I had to think about for a little bit. I was reading something, and I forget where I was reading it from. It was the compatibility of SD cards on the Switch. That it was compatible with SD, SDHC, and SDXC cards.
Yep.
Did anybody notice that there was an asterisk by SDXC?
Uh-oh.
Probably that they were probably going to include firmware updates to allow more compatibility later on.
No, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. It wasn't a firmware update.
I'm just making guesses. I don't know.
It said that it required an internet connection.
Huh?
I know. That was weird. I'm like, why in the world would you need an internet connection for an SDXC chip? For an SDXC card, specifically? Hang on just a second. Switch. Hold on a minute.
The plot thickens.
Because I read this somewhere.
The plot thickens as I plan my new course for LA.
Okay, there's going to be. I'm sure there's going to be a. Yeah, there'll be a patch. Okay, so.
Yeah, online connection. Nintendo, are you stupid?
No.
I guess Nintendo didn't watch or learn from the Xbox One debacle.
No.
Let the man
See,
speak.
that's the thing. That's the thing. I thought about it for a bit. I sat on the same toilet that I use for booking,
Oh gosh.
and I thought about it for a second. Well, let's put it this way. Most of these games are going to be pretty small, right?
Yes.
Right? Most of these games are going to be pretty small, okay? I mean, you're probably not going to put a fucking... I mean, I wouldn't download fucking... whatever it is.
Skyrim?
Dragon Quest Heroes 1.2 onto an SD card. Right?
Yes.
Now, let's think about it differently. What if... And this is just a thought. A funny thought, but a thought. What if the dock and the Switch itself, the tablet, were extremely linked? What if it were so linked that even when it's powered on, even when it's not exactly powered on, it can still read to the internet? Because remember, a lot of Internet of Things out there have a constant connection to the internet, even when it's in sleep mode, right?
Much like the Nintendo Wii. Or Wii U, I mean.
Let's take it one step further. And I'm talking things like refrigerators, because you can control refrigerators and temperature, you know, and thermostats now, toasters with your phone now.
Not my toaster.
I wouldn't want my toaster controlled by my phone either. The gym, the jiu-jitsu place I go to, they have one of those Nest thermostats in there, and I'm just sitting here going, I am waiting for the day for that thing to get hacked. Oh yeah, I can change the thermostat temperature on my phone. Yeah, wait till it gets hacked.
Well, I have a question for that later, but go ahead.
So I started thinking, well, what if the dock and the Switch are, for lack of a better term, romantically linked? What if they are so linked up? Because the thing does have USB ports on it.
3 of them.
It has 3 of them. One of them being USB 3.
Actually,
Smart.
No, actually, there's 4. If you think about it, because 2 on the side, 2 in the back, 1 for power, and then it's a full-size A slot, and then
They're all. I
HDMI.
thought they were all A slots on the dock. On the dock.
No, there's 3 A's and 1 C. The C
Oh,
being
okay.
power.
Oh, well, yeah, but the C being the one on the power is the one directly on the Switch, right? It's not the one on the. It's not on the dock, or is there another USB-C port on the dock as well?
There is USB-C dock. It's the one that has the power brick that directly connects to the dock.
Oh, okay. So that's the power. So technically, that's 3. So in terms of data, there's
3.
One of them being a USB 3 port.
I don't
From my
know if all
understanding.
are.
At least one of them is a USB 3 port. Okay. So nowadays we do have, and I, from my understanding, it will support. Let's say it does support USB hard drives. Well, that would go against everything that the Switch is about portability and And, you know, having the little SD cards and me saying, well, Nintendo is banking on SD media, flash media, becoming faster and cheaper very quickly, so that way the type of card you need, which will be extremely small, will match the size of that 2 to 4 terabyte hard drive that you have. But what if you really could take that hard drive with you without taking it with you? What if Nintendo were so smart that they could do this one of two ways? That if you had a 64 gig or higher SD card, and this is just me dreaming shit up, I doubt they got this smart, but let's say they got this smart, that anything that you've bought and is currently residing on your hard drive would be streamed and downloaded directly to the card. There would be pointers pointing that information on the SD card, and then when you're online, it automatically downloads that particular game to that card. Then you want to play something else, it deletes that information, finds extra space, puts on that other card, puts in that other game.
I don't know, man. Also, just to let you know, the highest ones I've seen right now are 128.
128. Yeah, I know.
Think of how many you're going to have to carry with you.
But again, they're small. I mean, it's not like you're carrying a petabyte of storage on you.
Oh, thankfully that the 128 gigs, there's apparently a few
They're like,
models.
they're like $50, I think. They're pretty cheap.
Yeah, like the standard one here for it shows here like $40.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Could be a lot worse.
Well, of course, there's different versions. There's Ultra.
Yeah. But most of the ones that I've seen are just even the standard ones are okay.
There's the Extreme Pro, which is really a lot more for professional use, and even that Extreme Pro is only available as a regular SD card, not a micro SD. Oh. There's another version of it called Extreme Plus. I don't know what that one is, but that one costs $90. I don't know what the difference between some of them are, but it sounds like they're basically the same for some, but well, whatever. If I could just get myself $40, slap in an SD card for 128, yay! I cannot imagine what a 2 terabyte SD card is going to cost. Oh gosh, can you imagine the price?
It's going to be a pretty penny for a while.
And the thing is, Nintendo says that if they do allow that use of 2 terabyte, why would you spend something that costs so much for something like that? That's like mostly for content creators. You know, the guys actually spend money to get paid for.
You know, it's actually appropriate that I'm driving this while we're all having this conversation, because it does feel like you're all in the back seat with me.
No.
At least we're not backseat driving. Sorry, I didn't want to be like John and actually be on the toilet while I was talking with you guys.
Or be like Wheel Girl.
Oh yeah, I forgot. John's like that.
Yeah, I
Then don't
actually
crash.
try to be nice.
Real girl, I can't make that guarantee. Oops, I missed the turn. I'm gonna have to head on with this car over here. Oops. Oops, my foot just slipped off the accelerator. I'm actually considering getting a steering wheel and foot pedals for this game.
Level 8 begins.
There we go. I have my pond scum. I will be able to shit better.
Wait, what?
Have some of that naked juice green machine shit. Looks like
Oh.
pond scum.
Okay.
Speaking of toilet stuff, I once again have to thank Ninja Commander for recommending me the day. Oh,
Are you going to turn into Lanny Poffo on me? Shit.
yes, I am. I'm already
You're going to
haiku-
stop using toilet paper altogether.
I'm already conducting haikus. Soon I'll be conducting full poems, and then I'll become the world's smartest man.
Then you won't be
know-
Lanny Poffo, because he definitely wasn't the world's smartest man, as admitted by him.
Dude, you need more than just poetry to become the world's smartest man.
Clearly, you do not know the genius then.
You're absolutely right, Real Girl. You also need to be able to wrestle. And beat Hulk Hogan by countout.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, you'll probably be the smartest man in wrestling.
I mean, anyone can do a jumping senton off the top rope, but you have to be able to do it with grace to be the world's smartest man.
In wrestling.
You have to make it look like gymnastics.
Okay.
With style and grace.
Can you have no style but grace? Or grace and no style?
Well, two kind of go hand in hand. I mean, you can't.
Well, you can do a graceful flip off the top rope. To lack style would mean that you would either miss or probably crunch your neck onto the pavement.
Oh yeah.
Case in
So
point,
Will Ospreay, basically.
Case in point when, well, yeah, Will Ospreay, or if you want to go for a mainstream example, when Brock missed the shooting star press, and I lost my steam. When Brock
To be fair, Brock's shooting star press wasn't exactly all that graceful either.
Okay.
I mean, Kidman, when he did the shooting star press, looked graceful.
To the family.
But Lesnar, that just looked like a big man really, really flopping and almost making it.
I wonder what the difference
Whoa!
was between him and Ohio in WWE
Wait.
and Ohio Valley, because I saw him do that shooting star press on in Ohio Valley. What was with Leviathan? Batista?
Oh, I'm disappointed. There's no river.
Who eventually became Batista. So in other words, he went back to being himself afterwards. No, I believe Kurt Angle when he said that Lesnar hesitated when he did the shooting star press that day. Because as you mentioned before, he's done it successfully before. He just never did it on that stage. So he hesitated.
Choked.
Yeah, he choked, basically. Oh, and to answer your question, Reed, about the differences between the different cards, read-write speeds.
Be aware,
That's the
we're getting
difference.
calls regarding a dangerous driver in the vicinity. We reach it.
We have hit level 8 begins.
I was just reminded. I did have a question I was wanting to ask you. Rewinding a little bit. What practical uses are there in hacking a toaster? I'm curious.
Burning all the time, undercooking.
Ejecting prematurely?
Ejecting prematurely. Shorting it out.
I'm guessing running Linux isn't one of them.
Probably not, no.
Although that would be impressive.
Well, it's not that Linux has to... Well, it's not that any Unix-based thing has to be that particularly big. I mean, it's not necessarily big at all. It's... you could run a really small kernel on something like that.
Level 8 begins.
Again?
What are you
Not
talking
really
about?
again. Oh. Miracle of Sounds. Since the release of... Since we finally got a release of 7, that means we just got the first song for level 8, which is one for Resident Evil 7 called Welcome to the Family. Miracle of Sound does a lot of original songs based off different video games.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he's done one called Pawns of War for Battlefield 1. Wait, let me look. Another one was Clockworks for Dishonored 2. There was Let's Get the Game Back Together for Overwatch, etc., etc. The song is very unique and has a style that fits what the game is.
What is it? It's not a boss rush. It's
Tower of Bullshit,
Tells-
perhaps?
what?
Tower of Bullshit, perhaps? I'm
Well,
joking.
it certainly didn't last an hour, but I have no idea. It was a bit bullshitty.
What are
It's a
you
bit bullshit.
talking about?
Hang on a minute.
Mash on.
I know it doesn't look like it, but I have made it to Palos Verdesh.
You look like you found a suburb of some place.
Okay, kids, where you want me to drive to now? From LA to where should I go?
Where'd
By
you
the
drive
way-
from?
I just came to LA from Seattle. By the way, according to the map, I've mentioned this once or twice, but Las Vegas is actually where Ninja Commander is. Because if you look at the geographical scale, Las Vegas is in Utah somewhere.
How about we go to DC, because I want to see what it looks like.
DC?
I'm suggesting that, yeah. Why not?
I was just confirming it.
Yes, they put D.
And
Yeah,
now
they put Las Vegas way too high.
And now I has puppy on me. I'm happy.
Yay. Yay, puppy.
And he is licking my armrest.
And I just recently watched a MapPad episode where he deduced that the state that the Simpsons actually are in is Oregon.
Well, that was Matt Pat, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh, it's over here. Okay. Yeah, I'm setting the waypoint for the White House.
Go ahead. I didn't say yet. Couldn't do that. I just want to see how big they made Washington D.C. Despite it being that, see how big they made D.C. to see if they chimped out, even though it was the capital of the country.
Okay. I have the waypoint set, but before I start on this, I'm going to pump up my car a little bit more.
Go ahead.
I'm so glad Markiplier's going back to playing games with Bob, Wade, and Jack. Because he gets to scream
Who?
at all of them, and it's funny.
Who?
Markiplier!
You've
Who's
never heard
Bob
of
Lee Jack?
You never heard of Markiplier? How could you?
Even I've heard of Markiplier, and I don't pay attention to this shit half the time.
Wait. No, the second name. We said a second name with it. Bob Lee Jack?
No, I said
that-
Bob, Wade, and Jack.
Who are they? Those three.
Well,
I was asking.
Bob and Wade are two of Mark's best friends, and then Jack is another one of his good friends, but Jack in this case is Jacksepticeye.
Oh, yes, the Irishman.
Well, why the fuck are you doing all this? Ah! But they played this game called Obey, and it's hilarious.
Well, let's obey. I never heard of this particular game.
Obey, basically what you are, apparently what you are is some sort of rodent. And you're trying to appease your giant robot overlord by giving them stuff. The problem is that occasionally one of you is able to get past the defenses of this giant robot, which by the way is armed with just about every fucking weapon known to man, and can gain control of the robot, becoming the new overlord. So you can ruin friendships this way.
Oh, you mean every weapon known to science fiction?
Let me put it this way. The giant robot thing is equipped. Its main weapon is a giant Gatling gun.
And that's how most robot revolution stories start, by deciding to add add weapons to the robot.
Oh, it's hilarious. Oh, it's hilarious.
Look, TY's here.
Hey, Ty.
What up, Ty?
Yo.
Don't sound like Mike Lano. Come on.
Oh.
No, that sounds like disappointed Lance Russell.
At least it's not a disappointing Jack Russell.
Well, no. At least it's not orgasmic Larry Nelson.
Okay, I don't want to know why that's a bad thing.
Oh god, 3 wrestlers died in over one weekend.
I know.
It's amazing,
Everyone's.
right?
We're going to be going nuts on Wednesday.
Well,
Like
in your news section, you will.
Yeah, Nicole Bass, who we just talked about last week.
Yep.
George the Animal Steel and the Russian Bear.
And then fucking Ivan Koloff, who we've been wanting to get in the Hall of Fame for a while. At least they've announced. At least the only people that they've announced for the Hall of Fame are still alive. So there's hope that Ivan will get in. But
Yeah, because they just announced DDP.
yeah, they just announced DDP, so. Let's see how long it takes before I bore John again. He seems to get bored every time I rant. It's funny. It's funny.
Remember, we're taking all the wrestling and compacting it into one segment.
Yeah.
The other reason to do that is because, okay, maybe we talk a little too much about WWE. We have no time to talk about Ring of Honor, ROH, New Japan, or even MMA.
And well, first of all, we're not really an MMA
Well, you know what I mean.
channel.
We didn't get a chance to talk about the other federations.
Right, and to be fair, to look at all of that, that's a major investment in and of itself. We're not just talking WWE Network. Let's see here, New Japan just set up their streaming service. That's another $10 a month. Then you got to get on the Fight Network for Ring of Honor and TNA.
Okay, so in that case, we'll stick to WWE until we make enough to get something.
To get all of that,
to get this magic thing called a freaking Patreon.
or and then fucking, what's it called? Fucking, gosh, between New Japan and all those others, I need to get the Back to the Territories that just got released because they're doing All Japan.
Oh damn!
And they got Stan Hansen to do that, so he's going to talk about Baba's All Japan. And it may go up to the point, it sounds like when Misawa left, if not more. So
that should be interesting.
So that should be interesting. I want to get that. Unfortunately, on the Roku, it's only $16, so I may get that in the next few weeks.
That reminds me, I gotta do my taxes this week so I can finish paying for the Switch.
Yeah, I need to do my taxes too. I keep forgetting.
That means tomorrow I had to do an 11-hour work week today, dude, because of the holidays and we have these knucklehead problems at the mall.
Hammer. That's my solution for everything. Hammer.
No, my solution was we have this stick that we tie the keys to the jewelry department to. I've been calling it Harvard recently. I think everybody got the joke.
Harvard?
This is Harvard. Yeah, Harvard. Because if I hit you with it, it's going to smart.
Make you smart. Oh, Harvard. I didn't hear the D at the end.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I want this game. This is a game that would fuck everybody up. I'd play this.
Which one?
What game?
The Obey game I was talking about earlier.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's a rabbit until you get into the giant gorilla robot with a chain gun for a penis.
For a chain gun for a penis, do I even want to know?
I'm gonna put it in the Mumble. That's not quite a penis. It's more like, you know, in the stomach, but, you know. I'd play this. If I had friends. Of which I don't.
Hey, don't look at me. I'm still trying. I fixed the codes for my game, but now I have to figure out what else I did wrong to keep the cloud server from recognizing it so I can actually, you know, use it.
Yeah, well. Details.
It's a long and painful process. But yeah, once that works, my character should actually be able to jump now.
if I can just stick to it, I can bring
Oh,
myself up.
did
up
you
the-
actually beat Twisted Dreams?
I stopped after I got hit with that muting.
That what?
My stream got muted.
For what? The game's almost 5 years old.
Because
part of the soundtrack's copyrighted.
translation. The copyright exists. Thus, Twitch is paranoid even if the person who has the copyright doesn't care.
Oh, I wanted to see how well you do against Octafreud.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll try. I'm sure I'll try playing it again eventually.
What the hell is my dog doing? Okay, there we go. Trying to get out. There we go.
I'm sure if I stick with this ramp jumping thing, sooner or later, my Jeep will be able to jump to the gold line. Right now, I can just do the silver line.
Wait, no, the crew's not a Namco game, is it?
No, it's Ubisoft.
It's an Ubisoft.
Everyone's yelling in my ear. Hang on.
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. Requires opening.
Yeah.
No, you'll be taking a pole position, which was made by Namco.
Well, lots of games were made by Namco that were racing games. The last game that I had that was pole position was on one of the Namco museums.
Namco.
Because I just got the other Namco thing. I didn't spend $30 because I didn't want the pre-order. Because now I have a Tales game that I do.
Yay!
Yes, I have Tales of Zestiria. Why, I don't fucking know.
Why the second I heard pole position, I heard the words "prepare to qualify" in my head.
Prepare to qualify.
Prepare to suck hard. Prepare to suck if you don't know how to race like me.
Well, it could be worse. It could be game over. Yeah.
Sega Rally. They probably had no clue what they were making.
I thought that was Daytona.
Oh, Daytona. It was one of those two.
No, Daytona was G
Rolling Start.
M-E-O-V-E-R-G-A-M, whatever. Just
okay.
yeah.
Well, no,
No, but the meme-tastic line was Rolling
Start. Yeah. Which no, I have it on the Saturn. I don't have it on. Yeah, I have it on the Saturn. I don't have it on the Dreamcast.
I just have it on the Xbox.
Daytona USA was on the original Xbox?
360.
Hey?
Xbox Live Arcade.
Ah.
Yippers. Because I'm a moron and completely forgot it was there.
Rolling Start.
And of course, there's the dead end in that tunnel where it just has at the end. Surprise! You just lost your sponsorship.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's a tunnel in I think the medium track. You have to go out of your way to find it, but if you go in the tunnel, there's a sign at the very end that says, "Surprise! You just lost your sponsor."
Oh, it's not too bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse. Daytona USA on the Dreamcast is only like $25 to $30. There's some idiots that are trying to sell it for like 200, but yeah, it's not that bad. Okay, I can dig. I can dig. Oh, okay. So the Dreamcast version of Daytona USA in Japan is actually called Daytona USA 2001.
What, they're thinking about making it into an annual series?
Well, no, because the original Daytona USA was on the Saturn. So I think all they did was it was basically just updating the original with the Dreamcast graphics is all. But I dig.
I dig too. I dig dirt.
I actually just got a game on my phone called Dig Me, and then there's another digging game I think I got. But
I'm digging dirt and digging mud as I try as I keep grooving into the dirt here. With
I do have Project Cars on Steam, by the way, now.
Awesome.
Because the last Humble Bundle that Namco did included Project Cars with all of its DLC. Yeah, that's why I said Humble Bundle earlier.
Yes.
With all the DLC.
And it got replaced
like the
with
Humble Bumblebee.
Well, I think I spent $15, so not a whole lot of bumbling in this Humble Bundle.
Try saying that 5 times fast.
You missed
I'm not
out
gonna
getting
try.
Dude, if you got higher, you would have gotten a bunch of DLC for Project Cars.
I was actually hoping the old girl would try it.
I have all the DLC for Project Cars.
Went higher, okay.
Yeah. I have Project Cars, I have the DLC pack. I now have Naruto Shippuden!
Which one? There's a million of them.
The third one. Ultimate Ninja, whatever the fuck, 3. Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 full burst. As if there was a partial burst.
Well, I was just saying, here's all the DLC for Ultimate Ninja Storm 3.
Not on Steam. It's full. I think that one comes with everything.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It's a full burst. There's all the DLC.
Yeah, so I have everything. I also got Pac-Man 256. By the way, I beat your high score in that, Reese.
Okay.
I got bored.
Well, it just means I'll have to work a little harder is all.
Yeah. Okay, so I can't look at the history of that other one. Alright.
One thing I'll definitely have to do is get back into Pac-Man Championship 2.
Is that on Steam or is that on something else?
Yeah, it's on Steam.
Because I know I have DX, but I have 2 on the PS4.
Yeah, they released a couple months back.
What? Pac-Man 2?
Pac-Man Championship 2.
Pac-Man Championship 2. More Pac, more man, more championships.
There it is.
Lots of ball gobbling and neon colors.
Yep. All and boss rushes, which is kind of interesting. But I wouldn't spend $13 on it. I think I got it for cheap. That's why I got it on the PS4.
I'm trying to figure out boss rush for Pac-Man.
Well, it's a weird kind of boss rush. It kind of works for what it does. But I do have to say, after playing Injustice, it kind of makes me interested in Mortal Kombat.
The last Mortal Kombat game I played was, well, 9. And I wanted to play 10, but 9 was like a nice way to end the like original storyline, because 10 does have the original characters, but takes place in the future. Right.
Well, here's the thing. You know what the last Mortal Kombat I played actively was? Because I have played 10 before, but because I played 10 about 3 weeks ago. You know what the last Mortal Kombat I played was?
What's that?
Trilogy.
Damn, dude.
For the
on the N64.
Okay, I was about to say, because there was a little on the PS1 as well, which I had.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that came up to my mind when I heard Trilogy.
Yeah, on the N64. Yeah. I played the shit out of that. I mean,
me and Lou used to play 5, Deadly Alliance, 6, and then we just fell out Mortal Kombat till 9.
Yeah, so 10, I'd probably end up getting XL, but
now my question is, what's going to be the next game? Because, like, okay, well, you pretty much established that it's the next generation taking over. So what's going to be the next villain?
Well, let him finish. Let him release Injustice 2 first, because I'm actually interested to see what they do with Injustice 2. Now that I'm fucking around with Injustice and learning all this shit about what's going on in the comic book arc and all that kind of shit.
I was say yeah, because the comic book arc's like 5 years long before you even get to the game.
Well, yeah, because the game came out for the comic book arc.
Yeah.
And so all it does is explain what happened in that. It lengthens
in a 5-year interim between Joker getting killed and Superman taking over the world.
Right. Right. I mean, it's like, I'm going to go into this blind. Why is Hal Jordan facing himself, and why is the other Hal Jordan yellow? And then you read the comic book arc, and you go,
Yeah, there was in fact, right after...
It's good, I liked it.
Slight spoiler, but not really. Right after Hal Jordan became yellow, there was an oh fuck moment. I'm not going to say what it is, but oh fuck, that happened.
Oh, there's another oh fuck moment too. I mean, there's a whole bunch of oh fuck moments in those comics. well, you said you have some of the books. What year are you up to?
I stopped collecting after volume 3, part 1, because part 2 was not in hardcover, and I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I don't need hardcover, but see, the reason why is because I don't have the books. I've just had them dramatically read back to me, as the guy likes to say.
Oh, you watched that Shell too?
Which one?
I buy the hardcovers because my brother folds the covers back.
You buy them in hardcover because why?
Because my brother folds the covers back.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. No,
so you watched the Comic Historian too?
Well, I just found him because what happened. The reason why I'm thinking about why I'm playing Injustice or futzing around with Injustice as much as I am, is because, as I explained earlier, which means all 3 of us that are watching the stream here, which are the same 3 people that have been here since the beginning, myself, Wheel Girl, and Kiri.
Yes.
Although at least one of them is asleep.
I play Overwatch, so.
I've been on a comic book kick lately for some bizarre reason. It started with looking up really bad clips of Teen Titans Go. And then that turned into looking up anything DCAU.
I was saying, wasn't the Teen Titans Go comic decent?
No, not the comic, the television show.
Oh, that's
yes.
Impending bonfire.
Impending bonfire. It's been a bonfire for a while, but at least they admit it's a bonfire.
Yeah, and they also laugh at the people who are fans of the original Teen Titans.
Well, yeah, I know, and it's great. It's great. I think that's hilarious. But That went to DCAU, which also led me to look up a Blu-ray, a preview of Blu-rays, some of which I want to get. For instance, Justice League Black, Justice League Doom.
Oh, that was actually pretty good.
Which I want to watch. Batman, Superman, Public Enemies.
I have that on DVD somewhere in my rooms, and somewhere in my disc collection.
Because the only DC animated universe thing I have on DVD is Batman Mask of the Phantasm. When I got it 30 million... This is how old it is. You remember when they used to release DVD cases when it was the cardboard cover and the plastic locking mechanism on the side? Mm-hmm. That's how old mine is.
It's actually the one I have. Although I did find the Laserdisc rip of it.
Like, here's some of the DCAU movies I watch. I watch All-Star Superman, which is really good. Batman Mask of the Phantasm, Batman Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero, Batman Bad Blood. I forgot what got me into watching Bad Blood. The Dark Knight Returns Part 2.
And then, so that happened, and then on top of that, I'm playing DC Legends on my phone. So I saw all that, and then I ran into Valiant, not related to Valiant Comics, with the guy. He just sort of explains the characters, and you know, some of the stuff that happens within them, and who they are and what they do. Origin stories and things like that. That's when I ran into Comic Storian. And when I found Comic Storian, that's when I found he had already done the entirety of the Injustice comic book arc. So I just watched that to catch up. And that's what really got me into wanting to play Injustice. Now I have on the PS4, I got the Ultimate Edition for $5 on the PSN store. So I'm okay there, but I still need to get a box for it. But I also have the regular edition on the Wii U. So I think after these two reviews I get done, I'm going to do Injustice. Because I need something before I do Breath of the Wild. And I think Injustice would be a good thing because it's short. But it's a palate cleanser. It's short.
And it's not the abject what the fuck that's Season 2 Street Fighter.
Well, it's not the abject what the fuck that's the entirety of Street Fighter V. I mean, even the story on Injustice makes sense, because if you look at it, what Street Fighter V did with their story is the exact same thing that Injustice does. In terms of concept, you play as many different characters to go through the storyline angle of what happens in Injustice, as opposed to a full-on arcade mode where you go on to 6 or 7 parts of what that particular character did during that part of the Injustice timeline. However, what Injustice does differently from Street Fighter V is the fact that it actually works.
Well, at least it's better than what Guilty Gear did. Was here's a 10-hour anime, enjoy it.
Which Guilty Gear?
The latest one, Revelator 2. Provided it's good, it does answer some questions like basically Axel Lowe's a Time Lord.
Oh, great.
Does
he have a TARDIS?
No, he could transfer back and forth at will, but the problem is, well, you know his whole mission of wanting to go home, back to his own time?
No, because I don't follow the Guilty Gear stuff, but go ahead.
Okay, long story short, Axel's entire mission in Guilty Gear is he came from outer time in the 20th century, But he has no idea how he got to the world of Guilty Gear, which takes place in the future. He only wants to go home. One day, pretty much, Eno tells him, yeah, you can go home at any time, but you see, if you go home, Guilty Gear, the world of Guilty Gear no longer exists.
So he is stuck in his own mind, basically.
Well, basically, it's this. Do I go home and pretty much erase all this from history?
Well, it's in the future, so it hasn't happened yet.
Well, I assume what they're trying to say, because they don't do a great job of explaining it, is this future was built as if Axel Lowe disappeared after that day and never returned.
Oh, jeez. I remember when it was just about Kai Kisuke and Soul Bad Guy. What the
They're still around too.
Mind you, I only have one Guilty Gear. I only have Guilty Gear X2
Yeah, the one everybody has, Guilty Gear X2.
On the Xbox. That's the one I have, the one on the Xbox.
I think people were shocked at XP Fest when I pulled out when they saw the disc of the original Guilty Gear.
Oh, on the PlayStation 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was this while I was still out cold on the first day?
I had it up there all 3 days. Like a couple of kids were playing it all day last day.
I think you need a faster car.
Oh, that's why I keep making that jump, because you notice I'm constantly improving here and there.
Oh, okay. So you're actually tuning up the car while you're doing it?
Yeah, every time I do that, I get was referred to as smart loot. What it does is it gives me the next level up in terms of in terms of car piece.
Oh, okay, okay. So it levels you up like that. You don't go and like buy parts.
Nah. And to be honest, that would make things a lot easier. But I figure that's why they don't do that, because they figure, well, hey, you can just spend a couple real life dollars, get some money, and buy the parts you need. Because that would make it too easy.
Yeah, but who would do that?
So
People with lots of money.
People who believe in the pay-to-win model.
That was a bronze. Anyway. So yeah, I need people to play both with me on both versions of the game, because I want to test out the netcode.
Which one? Of
Both Wii U and PS4.
for what game again? Injustice?
Injustice.
I'll see if Luce has his copy.
On PS4 or Wii U?
PS4.
PS4. Well, I think it's only the Ultimate Edition on PS4, so that should be okay. Because the only reason why I have the Ultimate Edition on PS4 is because it was $5 off the PlayStation Store. And it kind of makes me interested in Injustice 2. But I'm not sure if I'm going to have the $100 to get the Super Duper edition.
The Super Duper edition. My question is, what's this story going to be about? This going to pick up after Injustice, or?
I don't know, because they're exploring through the comics sort of an unofficial Year 6 right now, because they're making 3 versions of Injustice 2. There's Injustice 2, and then there's the Deluxe Edition, and then there's the Ultimate Edition. The Standard Edition, the cover has Superman on it. The Deluxe Edition has Supergirl on it. And of course, because the Ultimate Edition has to have the Ultimate Superheroes, that has Batman on it.
Of course.
All 3 will have the ability to play Darkseid. But the Ultimate Edition will have basically the full season pass. But yeah, it should be interesting. I mean, I really shouldn't spend $99 on something like that, but if I can get my hands on the disc, then I get a steelbook cover basically.
Part of me is trying not to go into full-on spoiler mode for the comic.
Well, it depends on who's there, because I've already watched everything through years through.
I said, oh, you already know Comic Historian. That's how
Comic
I found
Historian.
out.
That's how I found out
about the rest of its justice, because I could actually read the comic. So
yeah, so I'm okay with people talking about it, and since, like I say, I don't think anybody else cares.
Yeah, it's not like I'm highlighting this anyway. I mean, I made too much of a detour between both legs of my little journey here that there's just no sense in highlighting it. So what was your biggest oh shit moment?
Let's see here. Almost the entire Green Lantern Corps getting decimated. Including Mogo.
Oh,
I would say also including poor Guy Gardner.
Well, Guy Gardner was just in Mogo. It was just like, fuck. It's like, okay, Guy Gardner's gone. So's the fucking planet.
Yeah, it's right around the same time that I was thinking of. I was thinking of Superman with a yellow lantern.
Yellow ring was, yeah, that's because Superman had a yellow ring.
They had to, well, obviously in the game they tell you that freaking Damian killed the freaking Dick Grayson.
That was such shit.
I know, it was like,
that was such shit.
Accident.
He was an accident, but you know, and even Bruce got over it afterwards. Even Bruce Wayne got over it. He basically said accidents happen. You know, and that's why we have to be careful and blah 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 blah. But still, it's just like,
okay, so why is Damian and Bruce still on each other's ass?
Because Damian's just Damian.
Well, Damian. Well, remember,
Damian's always been Damian, but it doesn't mean he's not capable of good.
Well, yeah, but what Superman proposes in his order is what the Nation of Domination would propose, by any means necessary. And that fits in with his training as a kid.
With the League of Shadows.
With the League of Shadows.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Which I think is now also dead.
How did he kill the League of Shadows? They're a team of ninjas. Pissed off ninjas.
He's a better ninja than those pissed off ninjas.
Wasn't he trained by Lady Shiva?
No, he was trained by Raish himself.
He was trained by Raish and Talia. Shit.
He was supposed to take over the League of Shadows eventually.
Was this because Raish was tired of waiting for Bruce to marry his daughter?
Well, I don't know about the
Bruce won't take over the league himself, so he went with Plan B.
Mind you, Talia realized what was going on, but and Talia, being Talia, isn't completely insane like Raish is.
She's no saint, but she's not insane.
Yeah, she still sees value in a lot of things, and she still loves Bruce. So, right, she's not completely insane.
That moment you realize you avoid a McCree Deadeye and the rest of your team didn't.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I survived. McCree's dead. Why do I see 5 skulls on the floor?
But Yeah, I've been down that rabbit hole for a while. of reading the stuff. The stuff they're doing with Harley is nice though. I like what they're doing with Harley. Which then got me into the comic story and Harley Quinn fucking playlist. And then I found the road trip. Where she goes to pick up her uncle's ashes and everything goes nuts. Or actually, no, the best one so far, I think, in terms of Harley being silly, is Harley and Power Girl teaming up.
And there's one with Harley and Wonder Woman teaming up.
Well, yeah, I know. There's a bunch of them because there's a whole thing called Harley's Little Black Book.
Yeah, where it's just her teaming up with actual DC super. Well, she's more of an anti-hero at this point. Even
Yeah,
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, well, and the funny thing about what they're doing with her, because I think they had a chance, and under the right person, they under the right people, they gave her the right story and the right kind of direction, because they had an opportunity with her and they took it. Fleshing her out, making her much better than what she was.
Yeah, the idea behind the Harley Quinn book and was to finally break her away from the Joker, actually make her own standalone character.
And that really worked, particularly with the New 52 and the Rebirth.
That's funny. Of all the books that got rebirthed, the Harley Quinn book essentially just continued right where it left off.
Well, yeah, but Rebirth, all that is really is an extension of the New 52.
It's just taking the things that sucked, that didn't suck in the New 52, that didn't suck in the pre-52, and just jammed it together.
Oh, okay. So Rebirth is another rebirth of the universe after the rebirth that happened of New 52.
Yeah, like New 52, Superman dies. The Superman you see running around now is pre
New 52, right?
Yeah. But I think the current Lex Luthor is New 52, or Superman Lex Luthor.
Yeah. I wish I had a little extra money.
Why?
Because in 11 hours it's going to go away, but if I had 15 or 14 bucks.
Why do you say 11 hours?
Because it's a Humble Bundle.
Oh.
What's this week's Humble Bundle?
Star Wars
Humble Bundle 3, and I don't even want most of this because I actually have some of this stuff because I have KOTOR 1 and Galactic Battleground Saga.
I have that.
And KOTOR 2 and KOTOR 2
so
and Jedi
it's done in
Outcast.
11 hours. Wait, I get to find out what's next and see if that's worth it.
And then Star Wars Empire at War. But it has Rebel Assault and Rebel Assault 2.
Those are
Wait, Rogue Squadron 3D?
With it.
What?
Rogue Squadron 3? Yeah.
You mean to tell me I can actually finish my collection?
And Shadows of the Empire.
You have to buy it now, or you can never buy. You have to buy it now, or you can't buy it because you'll miss out.
Oh, bitch. Having those two available? Shit. Dude, having those two available? Basically, those two are stuck on the N64. So, seeing them here? Hell yeah.
Well, Shadows of the Empire was on computer along. I in fact actually have the disc of Shadows of the Empire on PC. But that was during the days of 3D accelerators.
I'm about to say the halogen days of old.
Of 3D
During the
accelerators.
days of Riva TNTs.
No, of the Voodoos.
Wasn't it
Even
around the
before
same
Riva
time?
TNT. The Voodoo 2 cards were before the Riva TNT.
And look at the price of these. $5 for Shadow, and ooh, Rebel Assault 1 and 2 for $10.
Or you could spend 14 and get a whole bunch of shit, but it depends on whether or not you want X-Wing Alliance and X-Wing versus TIE Fighter.
I already got the X-Wing series.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's kind of
Yeah,
the thing.
I bought it years ago during a special sale that they had for all things Star Wars.
Yeah, that's the other reason why I'm not really going for it, is because I have some of the stuff that's in here.
Yeah, I have all the Dark Forces games, which I love Dark Forces.
I got all those too. I have what do I have in Star Wars? Thankfully, they put Star Wars in front of all of them, so they're
Yeah,
all
just
right
put-
next to each other.
Yeah, just put in Star Wars into the search, and there you go.
Yeah, because I have Empire at War, Galactic Battleground Saga, Dark Forces, Jedi Knight, Dark Forces 2, Jedi Knight Mysteries of the Sith, Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast, Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, KOTOR 1, and KOTOR 2.
Damn, dude.
Again, I got most of those on sale when they decided to do one of the many Steam sales.
Yeah, that kind of explains why you got the freaking almost every Tomb Raider game up to the 2014 version.
Yeah, the only
because of a massive idols.
Fanatic.
No, I was about to say a massive idols humble bundle.
That's okay. The only craziness that I have that no one in this place would care about is I have all the Tex Murphy games.
You have all what?
The Tex Murphy games.
What are those?
Hell,
I
I'm
keep
the
seeing them
asshole.
coming up as things they recommend from you. What is Tex Murphy?
It's a graphic. Well, the first two games were not graphic. Were not live action, but the third game, Under a Killing Moon, basically it's a graphic adventure, and it's sort of that film noir with comedy, mystery.
Huh.
I also have their latest game, Tesla Effect, but you know.
Wait, latest? That means the series is still going?
They just made this one recently. I forget when it came out. Let me find out. It came out 2014, yeah, because this one was kickstarted. And the funny thing about it is they managed to get the actor who played Tex Murphy way back when to play this one.
Nice.
So to play him again, so it kind of worked out. And I always wanted to try Under a Killing Moon, but I just haven't had the chance.
I remember trying to run the demo when I was subscribing to PC Gamer with the CDs.
Oh yes, we got so many coasters out of that.